Our product makes this question a little bit difficult to answer because of the fact that we only have one character who's really portrayed, and that's the character of Jacob, played by Chill. Jacob is supposed to be portrayed as a kind of stereotypical guy. He's just a normal kid who gets caught up in all this mess. And I think it's very important that the audience sees the effect that this situation is having on him.
She was covered in blood.
The entire purpose of this film is to comment on how people can change when exposed to stressful, dangerous situations. It's a reflection on how we, the producers, feel our society would react to this sort of crisis, which is why we cast Jacob as a younger male. The younger generation is seen as more malleable and more easily influenced in the media, which is reflected in Jacob's white shirt. It connotes a clean slate, so to speak. You also don't see very often the protagonist of a story, the hero, being played by a coloured actor. Yes, of course you have Hollywood stars like Will Smith, but in more independent films aimed at niche audiences, it's quite a noticeable subversion from the stereotype. I believe that is because, simply, it makes it more difficult for a Western audience to empathize with the colored character, but we've used one in our film for the sake of realism. This isn't a normal blockbuster kid. This is a real-life kid, and that's reflected by the fact that the antagonist is white. It's this kind of role reversal that pulls this film away from what audiences have grown to expect from the horror genre, therefore making it feel more real. I also like the complete subversion from expectations concerning gender. Too often in the media are women portrayed as the vulnerable weak ones, the victims, and men occupy both extremes. They're either the heroes or the villains. Well, what the audience doesn't expect with Deadlocked is to see that it's this little girl who's been corrupted and is posing a threat to the male protagonist. It's different, but I believe it makes the concept of the film all the more chilling.